And we begin with breaking news this morning. A live look now from Fort Worth, where officers have closed down northbound 287 at Rosedale because of icy roadways. We've learned in the past few hours several overnight incidents were fatal. So if you do have to be on the road this morning, and I know some of you do, like I did, please take it slow. I'm Kara Sewell. Meteorologist Greg Fields will have your forecast in just a moment, but we do want to start with Tashara Parker, who is following several issues already. I mean, that is an understatement this morning.
Yeah, certainly, Kara. We're going to scroll through some of these. We have 3 major wrecks to tell you about in Fort Worth overnight. 2 of those deadly, you guys. Here, a semi-truck jackknifed and lost one of its trailers on northbound Loop 820 and John T. White Road. Police blocked the road, but an SUV still managed to hit a fire truck, and that one not good because those fire crews really just trying to do the job. No one was hurt in this one, thank goodness. And late last night, a wreck turned fatal on MLK Freeway. This is right at East Berry Street. I saw this email right when I got in, and I was saying, oh goodness, this is not going to be a good morning. A Good Samaritan stopped to help a driver move his disabled vehicle onto the shoulder. A third vehicle hit the one they were pushing, you guys. The person in that third vehicle died at the hospital. The Good Samaritan was taken to the hospital as well with non-life-threatening injuries. And then this one. Just before midnight, a driver was killed when he ran into the back of a disabled vehicle. This happened on Highway 360 at 183. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition and died there. The driver of the disabled vehicle left the scene, possibly to get medical treatment. Let's go ahead and come in studio. You guys, you know, I hate to start off the morning like this, especially on a Friday. We know it has been a rough morning, and I know I get your messages saying, you know, sometimes the news is just depressing. Well, look, when we're dealing with these kind of conditions, sometimes we got to talk about this kind of stuff. So that's what we're dealing with this morning. The roads are not good. In fact, they're downright terrible. That black ice, that is something that you can't see when you roll up on it. I said this earlier, until your wheels start going all which ways, trying to figure out what's going on. So let's talk about some of those major closures that we still have working this morning in Dallas County. 635 at Jupiter. This is a fatal incident in the Garland area. 635 on that westbound side. All lanes still completely blocked as you're trying to make your way toward the high 5. On the eastbound side, traffic is moving. Of course, folks trying to look over and see what's going on, but please be careful. Southern Dallas County, I-20 right at 35E. All lanes blocked eastbound for those of you trying to go from Duncanville, maybe making your way toward the Hutchins area. Again, we've been telling you to stay home if you can. You don't want to deal with this mess, and you certainly don't want to be stuck behind these big guys, stuck on the ramp there, 114 and spur 482. This is over in the Irving area. We've had quite a few issues. And then this is the big one that my coworker Mark Istook was stuck in, still on his way into work this morning. Eastbound I-30 right at Loop 12. All lanes were blocked as you got close to that incident. Brenna working our camera. If I'm not mistaken, you were stuck behind this one as well? Yeah, she's shaking the camera. Yes, I like how you work it, Brenna. Let's talk about across the Metroplex what we're seeing here, okay? All of these small triangles, and y'all know doggone well I can't get to all of them. All of those small triangles are accidents working in and around Dallas, moving through Grand Prairie, Arlington, and then over into Fort Worth this morning. We've seen issues all morning. Recapping those 2 that I mentioned to you, Duncanville to Hutchins, eastbound I-20 at 35E, and 635 westbound, that purple. Yeah, it's a pretty color, but not pretty when it's on my map, all right? So all lanes blocked on that westbound side of 635 at Jupiter. By the way, that incident I just showed you involves a big rig and multiple vehicles, okay? It happened around 2 o'clock this morning. It is a fatal one. This traffic alert came from Grapevine Police early on this morning, just reminding you that the road conditions are bad along 121 and 114, right at the split. Denton Police 35E at Fort Worth Drive. Basically, the conditions out there just icy, slick, and a hot mess this morning. So that area has reopened. I'm happy to report that. But please, if you don't have to head out, don't do so. And